What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? Thank you for stopping by. Hope today is the day we earn your subscription. If you like the comment here, today is the day to subscribe, to like, to comment. We're getting into Absolute Batman issue number 3. Again, this is one of the titles that I'm going to try to be going over regularly here when I can. I understand that this is up to issue 10 or 11 at the time of this recording, but uh, I'm just gonna buy these issues when I can and go over them with you guys here at the channel, obviously. But this is going to be the Zoo Part 3, the opening story to Absolute Batman. This version, the Absolute Universe version of Batman. There's a Wonder Woman series, Superman series, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter. We're not getting to all those. If there is a time where there's a crossover in the Absolute Universe and it comes to where we have to cover that, perhaps I'll buy those issues in the story, depending. But yeah, this is the cover I had gotten here, and that's by Becky Cloonan. And let's see, here we have. I want to make sure I get the Scott Snyder as the writer, and Nick Dragato as the artist, and Frank Martin as the colorist here. And like I said, we're going to pick up here for our story. We initially open up with Selina Kyle and Bruce as friends, talking about how she's got to go to another foster home. It's going to be her fourth in a year. This is around the time where he lost his dad at the zoo. There was some sort of shooting at the zoo. And unfortunately for Mr. Wayne, he was trying to save everyone. He had brought his class, he was a teacher in this world, to the zoo. And unfortunately, due to his heroics, it cost him his life. And it was James Gordon who found Batman, or Bruce, I should say, covered in bats in the section where the bats were. And so we also now we pick up in present day, where Alfred isn't the Alfred we're used to anymore. He's an agent for this worldwide organization, and he basically is like consider him like a Jason Bourne or Ethan Hunt. I think, right, the Tom Cruise character in Mission Impossible. He goes in and out, but he goes in and out and uses his skills to like destabilize governments or this or that. That's what his organization does. And they're on the run from the party animals, run by Sionis, aka the Black Mask. And what Alfred is explaining to them, or more to Bruce, is that he should try to take Sionis up on his offer to slow down the attacks on Gotham to in like response to Batman's attack on them, right? Because Batman's trying to stop them. What Black Mask is basically trying to do is cause problems in he runs the party animals, right? The Black Mask. He causes problems, and then he'll come in as the savior and stuff like that and take over, and that's how he uses his influence to take over areas, and then whoever he's working for is then the true master of that area, so to speak. So Alfred is having him consider taking the deal so less citizens of Gotham can be made. And so then, if anything, he can try to infiltrate the party animals to try to take them down from the inside. And all this while being chased by the party animals, being chased by the police, and being cornered. And Batman I'll tell you, really isn't feeling that too much. He's going to try to continue to take down the party animals and, of course, the Black Mask. Um, so he ejects Alfred out of the Batmobile, so to speak, and he takes off and jumps into the river here, where he runs into, um, like there's a like a drainage system that he can go into, which will lead him into one of his bases, Batman. We then pick up with Bruce and Selina talking about, you know, trading a little bit of how much life sucks a little bit, and Bruce is wanting Selina to live with them because he feels like that would be a better fit for her and perhaps even him. You know what I mean? He feels like they both have each other to get through this life, but she uh, rejects that offer and decides to do it on her own. And they actually sneak into to watch Zorro, the movie theater there, and winds up also. We're gonna also see that his other childhood friends, Edward Enigma and Oswald, they all meet up to watch this movie with Bruce to kind of give him a boys' night out, so to speak, right? We also, though, but in present day, again, we catch Bruce and Edward talking about the information off of the helmet, the party animal helmet, and basically Bruce is realizing that this is where whoever wears the mask, one of these ape masks, if you will, gets a bunch of different missions they can possibly do, and they collect something called black coins. But think of it as crypto, so to speak. And depending on the level and severity of the crimes, so to speak, is how much you'll get paid in this black coin. So, say for instance, you're only taking on, say, and are in fake FBI in fake here. We're just talking about a comic book here. Um, let's say you decide to take a job to do an arson or Grand Theft Auto. You might only get like 500 black coin for that, right? But if you take out a public figure or a government figure, again, for fake, here, FBI, you'll get like 5,000 black coin or something like that. That's the premise of how this is set up in the comic book here. So, it kind of comes up for J.K. Holdings, I guess. But what they also are trying to do is set up black site prisons, right? And they're going to all over the world, all right. And Gotham is is the new set area for one of their new black site prisons that they call ARCs, right? And in Gotham, it's going to be ARC M because it's somewhere in Russia, say ARC A, and in Guatemala, it's ARC B or whatever like that. In Gotham, it's going to be entitled Arkham, Arkham Asylum. Oh, that's how they're changing that up. Bullock here meets with someone who's trying to run for um, police, like the mayor, and Bullock is the current commissioner because Gordon had to step down for medical issues, and he's trying to convince Bullock, Black Mask here, and he's fighting a heavyweight champion of the world, a legitimate boxer here, to kind of show his skills physically. That he was able to break his arm with ease, I guess. Um, Basically, they're convincing Bullock to back them, and they will promise more police, access to more equipment, better computers, better guns, better cars, all, vests and all this stuff, right? Basically, a dream shopping spree for a police department, so to speak. You know what I mean? Whatever that will all entail. And Unfortunately, Bullock will accept the deal. But I will say, in Bullock's defense, he's being very short sighted and thinking that's going to help the police department. But obviously, we know he's getting played. Because even though, at least this version of Bullock, um, he's kind of, like I said, not maybe slobbish, maybe brutish, but he's well intentioned. He's not out there intentionally trying to harm the citizens of Gotham. He truly wants to have them have a better life. It's just he's not high on intelligence. He's more a muscle man, so to speak, as opposed to thinking man. And so here we have Bruce checking out some of the sites or the site where they're going to try to put Arkham. We get the friends watching Zorro together, trying to get together too, and mom, Mrs. Wayne. So no one's thinking that, oh, these kids are just sneaking in. And it was like, where's all the parents? I guess they want to purposely show Mrs. Wayne here. Because she too, you know, lost somebody, but she's still trying to be there for Bruce and make sure that him and his friends are there for each other and stuff like that. We catch up in modern times again, and his mom, who happens to still be alive, and I like that addition in a lot of ways because he still has someone he can trust to turn to and be a guiding light for him that isn't Alfred necessarily, but it's his own mother, and she's running for mayor, and with the party animals and the Black Mask out and not having a problem taking out government officials, so to speak, he's very concerned about the fact that she's going to be putting a target on her back. But Mrs. Wayne here, this isn't the Mrs. Wayne who turned into the Joker in that Flashpoint series. This is someone who seems to be a pillar of her community, you know what I mean, and wants to show a brave face in times of chaos here. I'm assuming this is Alfred's daughter that we've mentioned, or whether he's mentioned the last couple of issues, and he's checking her out. We see Bullock here at the news conference back when this guy, for his run, so to speak, and it seems like the news is asking how will Batman respond to some of these recent attacks on by the party animals, and we see here Bruce basically contacting the Black Mask through the helmet he was able to take in last issue and contact him to say that he's going to take the deal. He's going to take the deal of not attacking them anymore and leaving them alone. If he can promise the party animals will leave the citizens and the actual town of Gotham alone, and we're going to see how that plays out in the next issue. I do like this version of Batman. The original version of Batman is great too, but this kind of really has added some unique twist to everything. Being friends with some of the people that we've known to become villains. Having his mom still be alive, his dad being a school teacher. There's no Wayne enterprise money or anything like that. What he might be able to do is, in order to convince Black Mask that he's for real about not chasing them anymore, he might try to say, get him to give him money, you know what I mean? Silence me with money so then he can take all those millions of dollars and then reinvest it into better technology to become Batman, better at Batman, or better equipment as Batman. That might be part of the long game here. We obviously know that Batman isn't going to quit like that 100%. He ain't no punk biatch. Let me know down below what you're thinking of Absolute Batman, even if you're caught up with the current issuing. let me know how you're liking it so far. Uh, Try to keep any future spoilers under wraps a little bit. If you can, I can't control everything, obviously, but if you decide to tell us and you're more caught up, just keep in mind maybe some of us aren't caught up. I don't know. Don't forget how awesome and amazing you are today, folks. And until next time, peace, Snookums.